Welcome to the Gadget Spot. Back after 2 weeks of silence, besides our Twitter, Facebook.
Man, you are so perky for being up for how long now? We're recording at 4:15 in the afternoon. You've been up for...
This would be 14 hours already.
14 hours already?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Tony.
I got up at 2 a.m. this morning.
Oh, poor Tony.
Jaron, how's your 2-day-old? Because that trumps
this has been
Tony's
the longest 2 weeks of my life. The last 3 days.
Oh, poor Jaron. Poor Jaron.
You know, the effect of yours is a lot more dickish.
That's just because I'm better at it.
Oh, okay.
He's had more practice.
Jaron sound like, oh, I like you, but you're whining.
I like you.
You got that out of Jaron's?
Mm-hmm. And then yours is like, I really hate you.
Well, there is that.
He doesn't really hate him.
Jokes. We're family. I can't hate you.
You guys really are related.
If we were family, it should be easier for me to hate you. But I don't.
Uh-huh.
Weird how that works.
Wow.
Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce the non-family members of the panel. Owen.
Hey, that's me. I am not family. And you can follow me on Twitter at TechNoan. And sometimes, like once every year or so, I get on Xbox Live. So
nice.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Once a year, whether you need to or not.
Like Catholic Mass.
Wow.
Very good.
Was that
just less hangovers.
Oh.
Right? People get drunk at Catholic Mass?
No, they're recovering from Catholic Mass. Like, they usually drink the night before and then go to Catholic Mass.
It's just the Christmas Mass.
Yeah, I thought this was Christmas.
All of it.
I was talking about going.
Huh.
Catholics drink.
Yeah.
Real Catholics do.
Oh.
Okay.
Just saying.
Weekly. When?
Yeah.
Really? Weekly?
Isn't that? I don't know.
I would almost...
I apologize for bringing that up. There you go.
We've lost 5 listeners already?
Yes, we have, and I apologize.
It's kind of interesting. I actually have a meter on my computer that reads our listeners like a stock option, and we just lost 5.
Oh.
So that's 90% of our listenership?
We're down 90% in our options.
Even my mom stopped listening at this point.
Oh.
She never started. James, introduce yourself.
What's up? My name's James. You can find me here or here. You can find me on Twitter at JDD Jensen or on the Xbox at Funeral Taters. That's Funeral Space Taters. Or you can see me on Reddit at JDD Jensen. That's my Twitter or my Reddit handle as well. I'm not really doing anything. I wanted to get into the Twitch streaming for a little while, and then I realized that I'm such an average gamer that there's really nothing interesting about me playing games just in general for...
I want to see someone so terrible playing games on Twitch.
That wasn't true. You sent us a clip video that was pretty fantastic.
That was my supercut of all the really cool things that I've done since I've had my Xbox One.
And I had no idea.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. You should have just...
But on average, each of those videos takes 3 years to make.
Yeah. So it's a long process.
Yeah, and even then I had to stretch it out a little bit. And, yeah. So that was fun. But... I don't know. Now with the new Xbox One updates, it's going to make it easier for me to record clips because sometimes when you do something kind of cool, you want to keep that ball rolling. And the previous version, I can't remember if it recorded the last 15 or 30 seconds, but now you can record up to the last like 5 minutes of you playing the game.
Cool.
Hey,
it used to be 30 seconds.
30 seconds, yeah. So now you can record 30 seconds, a minute, like 5 minutes, something like that. But it makes it easier to edit down and post and keep playing. So that's me.
Neat. Cousin Jaron.
Hey, I'm Jaron. You could find me on Twitter at Jaron, Jarron, or you could find me on Mastodon. Oh, no one's on Mastodon. That was
Did it die already?
That was the quickest trend ever. Everyone I've followed on there hasn't done anything for like the last week and a half.
So it went the way of Google Plus.
It went the way of Mastodons.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh.
You know?
It's like they set themselves up for that.
Yeah, they did. But
let's name ourselves after an extinct creature.
Dope. A big lumbering oaf of a creature too.
Well, I guess that answers that question. You can't resurrect it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm done. Tony.
Oh, is that it?
Yep.
Hey, I'm Tony. Some people call me Quad T Tony. Some people call me Triple T. Check me out on Twitter, where it's at Quad T Tony, or right here on the Gadget Spot, or on the Geek Show podcast, where I'm a producer and a panelist. That's what I do. I was pulling up on it. It was just getting a little stretchy.
I don't know if it's because of the time of day or what you've already been through, but your beard is looking thick today.
You know, I believe
thicker than normal.
I believe it was the Florida humidity.
It frizzed it out.
It made it, yes, more Viking-like than it was before.
Well, it's a lot more flowy. Like when you talk, it has a ripple to it now.
Yep.
Well, that's
You like that?
like a lava lamp. I can't stop looking at it.
When are you going to grow out your mustache, Jaron? It looks like
I did.
you can grow the best
past
mustache
3
out of
days.
anybody.
I
What?
shaved it this morning, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
You need to not do that for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Really?
All right.
Promise?
Yeah.
We'll end up with pedo Jaron.
Yeah, I love that, Jared.
Vans.
Okay, what's our first topic of discussion today, fellas?
I would say it would be Patreon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We'll start off with our thank you to Patreon backers. If you don't know what Patreon is, then let's give a little explanation. Basically, it's a platform where you can help fund our podcast, our project here, help us pay for the hosting and things like that. We have a couple of different tiers, $1, $2, and $6. And if you're on the $6 tier, you get your name read every episode like a boss.
$6 and above.
Tech
Yeah.
daddies and tech mommies? Tech mommies?
We don't have any tech mommies. It was
Yeah.
a lie.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
lied to
Bold-faced
us.
lie.
We love our Patreon backers, but always know you never have to, or we never require anyone to donate any money. We just like it that you listen. James,
Yep.
who's our backers?
Oh, well, first and foremost, we have AJ Jasper. Thank you so much, AJ. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Aaron Harris. Thank you to David Osuna. Thank you, Roger Allen. Thank you so much, Jeffrey Kale. Thank you, Dan Clark and Connor Ritchie. Thank you. Thank you to Adam Hecht, David Brushinsky.
Broschinsky.
I would venture that he's Russian or Polish.
I have no idea. I don't
Thank
like
you.
to label people.
Thank you so much, Brian Lee. Thank you, Matt Nelson.
I don't
Thank you
see
so
colors.
much, Valentine. Thank you, Austin Beauregard, and thank you, Conrad Southworth. You guys don't have to do what you do, but because you do what you do, it makes it possible for us to spread the love about this podcast, and it makes it possible for us to do the Thrifty 50, which we're actually going to be doing today.
And James, thank you for reading those names properly.
Oh, almost. I don't think that I got the Brushinsky one.
Hey, there you got it.
Brushinsky.
Yeah, you missed it. Yeah.
You know what, David? Will you just tweet me at JDD Jensen and then show me like the phonetic way to say your name, and then I promise I'll say it well.
You know, you
from
don't
here on
have to
out.
do that. You don't.
I mean, if you want to, you can.
No.
Just say.
Yeah. I feel like there's some... nope, we don't have any emails. We covered that in our video post that you'll see next week.
Next Monday.
Next
Monday,
or Tuesdays-ish. So, which means... Let's start off with something that really came out of left field this last week, and I think caught almost everyone off guard. Nintendo is releasing a new handheld.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
See, it's so just out of left field because the Switch is out, and that thing is a fantastic
Well, it's not a new handheld.
It's a new model.
It's 2DS. Yep,
It's the new 2DS XL.
XL.
Is what they're calling it.
They dropped the 3D. It's basically the same as the new 3DS, except for it doesn't have 3D anymore.
Yeah.
No 3D, and it's $50
I
cheaper.
feel like this is just to prove a point that everybody thought that the Switch was going to cannibalize the DS market.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, it's not.
Well, you know, and I didn't think, honestly, I didn't think it would, because the DS and the 3DS, because it plays both DS and 3DS, the library of games on those systems is just huge, and there are a lot of great games.
And the battery life. That's the other thing. Like,
It's got good battery
It
life.
lasts a lot longer
I'll bet
than the
that
Switch.
if they kept the same size battery, which who knows if they did, as the 3DS XL, the new 3DS XL, it's going to be even better because it doesn't have to push the extra 3D computation. So first thing I did when I saw that was I thought to myself, hey, I want one of those. And then I thought, wait a minute, I have a Switch. I don't want one of those.
wait a
Didn't
second.
you just sell your 3DS?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you should get one.
No, I don't think
There's
so.
a big, giant 2DS hole in your heart, and you need to fill it.
I fill it with other things.
See, and I missed the Game Boy Micro. Did you guys ever get one of those when they were out?
Nah.
No.
Those things were so awesome.
I love portable technology. It's my favorite.
It's just fun, you know?
Yeah.
And the Switch, man, I just got back from a week-long conference for work, and I took my Switch with me. Took the dock, so I had it hooked up in the hotel room.
You took the dock?
I sure did. So I
Wow.
could
Is it
play on the
fantastic?
big- Oh, it was so good.
I wouldn't have done that.
I played on the plane.
Oh. Because
In handheld mode.
Yeah, in airplane. Like, it doesn't sound actually play
Yeah.
during the flight.
Yep. And
Did you
then-
see anybody else when you were on the plane that had a Switch on them?
No, I didn't. I sat closer to the front, so
Do you think they're ever going to enable street passing? on the Switch.
They've-
What is that called on the
Street Pass.
Street Pass? Yeah.
They've never said anything. Nintendo hasn't even commented on that. So
Yeah, so I don't think it's
that's
gonna
That's
be
too
there.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I likewise took the Switch in portable mode the last few days. It was great. It enabled me to play a game I wouldn't have been able to play.
Exactly. AAA
Elsewhere.
console quality game on the go.
I like how you have to say AAA console game. Because really, there's only one game. Well, as of
No, there's
yesterday.
two now. You got Mario Kart 8
Mario
now
Deluxe
they have
is out,
Mario
man.
Kart.
And
But
that, and
but
that game
before
was-
that, it was one game for what, like a couple months?
well, one AAA console
month.
style game.
Month and a half.
Because there's quite a few good indie titles already on
There
the Switch.
are.
You've got Wonder Boy.
I played through that game, beat it in like 2 days.
I don't-
I love that
Does
game.
that qualify as indie?
No, it's a
'Cause
remake.
It's a remake of a
old Sega Master System game.
You got that. You got
Fast RMX.
Fast RMX, Shovel Knight,
Snake Pass.
Snake Pass. I mean, there's.
Do you guys recommend Shovel Knight? I know it's like an internet favorite game, but like, is it really worth the hype?
I've honestly never played it, but it's always been on my radar of like I should download that and play it. And you know what? I'm probably going to get it for the Switch because I can play it wherever I want now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think like those indie games, the Switch is the best possible platform to
yeah.
play them on
For sure.
because of the portableness of it. It's great. And I'm so excited for Mario Kart. I picked it up today. I haven't played it yet, though.
So I picked it up on Thursday, but the hotel I was at didn't have good enough internet for me to download it.
Yeah, neither. Same as me.
And so it sat there at 2% for 3 days.
Oh.
2 days.
Ouch.
But now I'm home, and I think it's almost done downloading. That's the one thing that I've seen that I've been kind of like on the Switch is its download speeds are pretty slow.
They are.
Pretty slow. But that's a nitpick.
Have you guys
In
seen
general.
that Hot Wheels expansion for Forza Horizon 3?
I saw a screenshot. Tell me
that
about
looks
this.
so awesome. So Forza Horizon 3, they have a new expansion coming out in May. It's basically Hot Wheels. They'll have Hot Wheels cars. They have like these big loop-de-loops connecting different areas of the map.
Oh,
you can
that's
like
cool.
drive on the loop-de-loops and race on the loop-de-loops. It looks so cool.
I'm going to buy that. One of the only thing that's gotten me to get into, speaking of similar style, the only thing that's got me into playing Grand Theft Auto 5 online is their stunt track racer mode that they have. Have you guys seen that?
Mm-mm.
Very, very similar, where you have these kind of supercars and these super colorful tracks with ginormous jumps, driving up the side of buildings and stuff like that.
If this were cartoony graphics, I wouldn't be that excited about it. But the graphics in
Still-
Forza Horizon 3 are so like realistic. They're wonderful graphics. It like even rivals PS4 Pro graphics. They're so good.
I can't wait to play this on my PC.
But just to match the really great graphics with the Hot Wheels absurdness, it looks awesome.
Yep.
Aw.
How much is the DLC going to be?
$20.
That's not too bad. I wonder how much content it's going to actually provide.
Yeah, I wonder if you could buy the Blizzard Mountain expansion with it, like all on one.
I've been meaning to get that one.
Yeah.
It's like 9 cars you get in the expansion.
9 cars. I'm okay with 9 cars because I'm sure you can drive all the other hundreds
Yeah.
of cars. I want to know how many tracks it's going to put in there.
It has
You
like jumps and loop-de-loops, and it's
Does it
bright
is
red.
there any
It's awesome.
corkscrews? I hope there's a corkscrew.
Oh,
There
that'd
has
be
to be a
cool.
corkscrew if it's Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Absolutely has to be.
Yeah.
But see, for me, I just stick to the cartoony racers. I love me the Mario Karts.
Oh, me
Oh,
too.
yeah, that's great.
And I mean, my point of view, do I think that this Mario Kart should be $60 right out the gate for Switch? Absolutely not. I think it should be $40 right out the gate.
I completely disagree
I disagree
Why?
as well.
because
Why?
they've
First
they,
of
just,
all,
they just retooled it for the Switch.
Jaron?
Oh, man.
Goose Fraba.
sometimes there's just so much information in my brain that I just want to shout out all at once. It kind of overloads me. But
Yep.
anyway, hardly anyone picked up Mario Kart on Wii U
It's
because
true.
no one has a Wii U.
It's true.
Okay.
and
But
it's,
why is that the consumer's problem?
It's a better game. It has all the DLC from the Wii U. It has even more content than the Wii U. It has a more like a completely revamped battle mode.
yeah, but it's a
Not to
game
me-
for the Wii U, right?
Not to mention the time they had to spend to get it working on completely different architecture.
And plus, every Mario Kart's the same anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
So if they completely
I mean-
redid it,
I know, but, like,
what's
I
the
just-
point of that?
I just have a problem with them being like, it's a Mario Kart Deluxe. It was a game for the Wii U that they just retooled for the for the Switch.
You don't have a leg to stand on right now
If-
because how many games out there a year later come out with the Game of the Year edition that's the same price as what you paid originally and has all the
Bam.
DLC?
Don't you guys
it's
remember?
the same thing.
Don't you guys remember
Bam.
back when the Game of the Year edition was always $20?
That's
No.
after like 2 years of it being
That's
out.
not Game of the Year
No.
edition. That was like Platinum edition.
Yeah, and that's even better.
That's not the same thing. That's not even close.
I'm not okay paying. I'm gonna get it, but
So
like
you
I'm not
are
gonna
okay.
get okay. I'm not gonna be okay with it being
Okay,
$60.
so if you have a Wii U, don't buy it again. You already have most of the game. But if you don't have a Wii U, it's a brand new game.
Yeah.
Why not spend
I don't
$60
have a
for
Wii
it?
U.
Exactly.
Well, then you're going to buy it and you're going to love it.
Yeah, I guess. Should I get the digital download? Well, I'm not even going to ask you.
Oh,
I'm getting the digital download.
Yeah, I'm getting-
There's no way I'm going to get a physical copy. Dude, that
Exactly.
has changed my gaming ADD so bad. Because like I'm sitting there, I'm playing a game of Overwatch. I remember how much I hate Overwatch now. Switch to Rocket League,
Wow.
play a game or two. Dude, Overwatch is hard.
People got good.
People got real
That's
good
why
at
I
that
can't
game.
ever get into a Blizzard game because people are so obsessive about them.
Yeah.
True story.
I
Yeah.
feel that way about every game I play, though, all the time.
Well, you only play Halo and Titanfall too.
Well, yeah, but I'm really bad at both of those.
When was the last time you played Titanfall?
It's
been months.
Been a month
It's been
or
too
so.
long
Yeah.
since we've
Yeah.
all played Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm free for
been
the
a
next
while.
week and a half at various moments in the day.
I got evenings off.
Yeah. Evenings.
I'm I don't know what I have off or on or
I switched to
Owen
Slack
got a
for you,
new
Owen.
job. Yeah,
Let's play Titanfall together.
I'm starting a new job on Monday.
Huzzah, Owen.
Yeah.
That's line item number 3 on our things to talk about here.
Oh, that is?
No, it's not.
Oh,
but
good.
let's hear it. Are you excited for this?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Where you? I guess you don't have to say where you're going to work, but kind of what are you going to be doing?
I'm a systems engineer, and general IT guy. So for a company, a little startup. in
So is
Salt
that
Lake
your
City.
official title, General IT Guy?
IT/systems engineer is the official title.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for
So
you, man.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Aw.
And you have work from home days.
Yes, more work from home days. And it's
Those are the best.
half the distance of my current job.
Also the best.
That's one of the things I would give to people is that consider the commute. It doesn't seem like a big thing at first, but
that gas adds up, dude.
yeah, and the stress.
And then
the stress of I basically lost all faith in humanity from driving 40 minutes to work.
I
one
can't
way.
believe you drove that far to work every day.
Every day, yeah.
40 there and 40 back, or
Yeah.
40 total?
And
120
with-
minutes on the
100
road.
That's a
And-
good
and
traffic
that's
day.
80.
That is crazy.
It's not 120 if you're there and back. That's 80.
Oh, that's 80.
But,
It's an hour and 20 minutes.
yeah.
Sorry, that's
I
There
saw
you go. There
I
you
saw
go.
some chart online, and if I can find it, I want to post it in our show notes because it's really interesting. But it's how much you need to be making more in a year to get a job that's a couple miles farther away.
Yeah.
So for like every mile, you need to make a couple $100 more a year.
Yeah, to
and
cover
it's
it.
but it's true. Like
The biggest thing I think people don't take into account isn't the gas. I think most people factor the gas in. I think it's the cost of time.
Yeah.
You know, time and frustration, like you said.
Yep.
Because
I have been learning a different language in the car though. So I've been doing the Pimsleur's audio for learning Japanese.
oh, that's nice. What? Oh,
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah.
That's super helpful.
What? Oh,
Right?
you're so deep.
Yeah. I'm
Like-
Okay,
I'm like an
what do
onion.
you know how to say in Japanese for our Japanese listeners?
Sumimasen.
what does that mean?
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's
What
a good
say?
one.
My name's Owen.
They didn't teach me that yet.
I would probably have.
They don't
Konnichiwa!
Konnichiwa is hello, yes.
I would probably
or good
have to-
afternoon.
I'd probably have to say sumimasen a lot in Japan.
Sumimasen, wakarimasen. That means,
Yep.
excuse me, I don't understand.
Yep.
Watashi wa
So they-
Amerikajin desu.
They taught you the second most important phrase.
Yeah.
The first one being, "Where's the bathroom?"
Yep.
Do you know that one?
They did not teach that yet. I can ask where Shinjuku Avenue is, though.
Well, where's that? Like, what's the importance of Shinjuku
I don't know.
Avenue?
They just
Is that the red light district?
I don't know. Or Ibiya Avenue. Anyway,
important
You know,
important things to know.
Time. the other
time
thing-
is valuable.
Yeah.
And that's basically the only thing. Once you boil it down, you realize time is actually the only thing you own. That's deep. Think
Wow.
about that. Think
Man.
about that.
Did you read that
are
on a bumper
like-
sticker on the
No,
way to work?
I have a lot of time to think in the car.
You know, I heard that in Japan, so you know how we are on kind of a grid system here in Utah in particular, but like we measure houses from roads. I hear it's opposite in Japan. So it's like, I don't want to explain it anymore because I don't know.
I've never
I just
heard
remember
that.
it's opposite.
Crash and burn.
Here's what I know about
Everybody
Japan.
looked at me. Usually you guys like overtake my conversation.
Here's what I know
Well,
about
that
Japan.
sounded
First
interesting.
of all, in Japan they've got a baby crisis. They're not reproducing.
Yeah.
Number two, they've got the weirdest
I can help with
vending
that.
machines
Hey.
I've ever heard of.
You mean a vending machine for everything and anything?
Like used girls' panties.
Yep.
and the toilets.
And that's another one. And then the third is that they kill dolphins in some bay that they do. They lure them in with sonic vibrations and then
Do they still do that?
Yeah, and then they
I
close
know
off.
that's been a big thing that like PETA and stuff has been protesting.
Yeah,
against.
I saw it on the Whale Wars.
They still do it. Though,
I don't.
huh?
I don't know. That was a year ago
Oh.
or so,
Oh.
more than a year ago now. But anyway, I don't. So I don't know why I'm learning that language, but I just picked one that wasn't Latin based and went with that because I didn't want to learn a Latin based.
Oh, and you are an ocean of profoundness.
Yeah.
Why
there
would you
go.
want to use a language that you're barely ever going to use here?
I'm not sure
Okay.
because I wanted to waste my time that I was saving. So I thought I've got all this time. I'll learn a language
Hey,
that is a waste.
I'm not going to hate on that. I wanted to learn Spanish at one point in time.
That's
And I
actually-
shouldn't also be talking because I know an African language.
That's funny because I knew Spanish at one point in time.
How's that?
Do you not know anymore?
How's that
It's
treating you?
gone out of my brain.
Dude,
how
I've
useful has that
spoken
been?
Malagasy maybe 5 times since I got home.
I had to speak Spanish to my Lyft driver this morning going to the airport.
You took Lyft
Yeah,
instead of Uber?
yeah, Lyft is way better.
Uber's better, buddy.
Uber's not better.
Uber's way better.
Lyft is better.
Uber's better.
They're
Uber's-
essentially the
Uber's
same
mean.
thing.
Uber's mean.
Uber is mean. I hate Uber as a company.
They're terrible as a
Yeah.
company. And
Terrible.
with Lyft, this is the thing that tipped me over the edge was tips on the phone, tips on the app.
Oh, you can do it right from the
You
app.
can tip right on the app.
You don't have to give the awkward
No
cash.
cash.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Uber encourages you not to tip.
Yeah, that's why I like Uber. I don't
Yeah.
like tipping.
Oh, well, you don't have to tip on Lyft. I'm just saying if you want to, it's right there. Click, click, done.
Yeah.
Nice.
Click, click, done.
That's like going to a restaurant and picking up your takeout, and the cashier hands you the receipt and looks at you, and it has that tip line. So you have to
No,
like
it's
scribble it out,
not even close.
and then write the thing.
It's a
It gives you the
terrible
option
comparison.
to tip.
Crash
Sure it does.
and burn.
But by the
Versus,
time
like,
you get
McDonald's-
the app, it's the notification on the app. You're already inside whatever establishment you've been in. You
Yeah,
have to
there's no-
you don't have to stare at
there's
them
no eye
and say,
contact.
I will tip you $2, sir.
$2. That was a $2
Versus
tip,
like
sir.
Uber is like McDonald's where you don't. There's no line to tip.
See, I actually kind of disagree with that because tipping in transportation has been custom for decades, if not centuries. You know, you tip a taxi guy. That's just how it works.
Yeah,
You tip,
that's-
you tip your shuttle driver from the airport to the hotel. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
What?
normal.
That's
Yeah.
not normal.
That's totally normal.
What?
Wait, you tip your what? What?
Your
I've been a jerk my whole life.
Yeah, well, we already knew that.
You- you
I'm surprised
tip your what?
didn't. Your shuttle driver. If you take a shuttle,
You do?
Yeah, you tip your shuttle driver, especially
Only,
for the
only
ones.
if he gets your luggage.
I was going to say, especially for the ones that get your luggage.
That's
know
why
what?
I always rush to my luggage because I don't want to tip them.
Oh my god!
Who
Italy-
carries cash?
I don't travel. enough
Italy
to
is a
even
great country. They
vet
don't
this conversation.
expect you to tip unless the service is like impeccable. And if you tip them, even a small amount, they're like so gracious.
That's good.
Italy's great.
I don't travel enough.
Yeah.
I'm irrelevant in this conversation.
Anyway,
Can we talk?
I like how you
I like-
talk, but
I
I'm
like-
still here.
Yeah.
I like Lyft better than Uber now. That's all there is.
Yeah,
to
Uber's
that.
a terrible company.
Well, I mean, they were in the tech news again last week with
They've had like 3 months of pure terrible
Didn't they
headlines.
get hacked?
just recently. No, the one I'm thinking of just recently is it came to light that their CEO, whatever dirtbag McGee, I forget his
Yeah,
name.
that's his name.
He had a secret meeting with Tim Cook from Apple because he found out. So the CEO of Uber found out that in China they were taking wiped iPhones and activating them with new installs of the Uber app and using the free $20 credit, and they would just put 5 phones in their car, drive them around, take the bonus credit, and then get paid for 5 transactions without
That's
actually
brilliant.
moving anyone.
That's brilliant.
And so Uber built into their app a digital fingerprint that it stays on the phone after you wipe the phone,
No,
or
no.
is it after you delete the app?
So I think the fingerprint's stored on their servers, so they can associate a phone
I
with.
saw it was on the phone.
It's impossible because there's nowhere to store it if you delete the app. So
Okay,
it's
well,
something
it
they have
puts
to store on their
It puts a
side.
digital fingerprint somewhere. Maybe
Yeah.
it keeps a copy of the MAC address or something
Yeah,
from
so
the iPhone
there's
on
like
their
a
server.
there's a UDID.
Yeah.
They used to show that to developers, but 5 or 6 years ago they obfuscated.
obfuscated.
Yeah, they took it away so developers can't see what that is. So I think what happened was they found out a way to get that ID for each phone and then stored it on their side so they know.
And Tim Cook found out about that,
Yeah.
and he said, "That is that's no bueno. You
That's
can't-
in
you can't do
violation
that."
to the Apple Service Agreement.
Exactly. And so he had a meeting with the CEO of Uber and said, basically, you got to knock this off, or consequences will happen with your app in our app store, basically.
Not to mention them stealing Google's self-driving car technology.
Yeah. So, yeah, Uber. I'm not a fan of Uber.
I still prefer Uber.
Okay, you would.
That's not going to stop me. I'm still going to use it. Okay.
Because you're a terrible
Well,
person.
here's the
Yeah,
thing.
probably.
It's not like there's less Lyft drivers. Everyone that drives Uber also
Yeah,
has
they
the
also have
Lyft
Lyft, yeah.
running at the same time, so it's not like you're going to want for a ride.
Yeah. A lot of Lyft drivers, if they drive a bigger car, they only pick up Uber for Uber XL. They don't do any of the smaller Uber shuttles.
Yeah.
Because apparently they make more through Lyft, but that's the extent of all that I know.
I heard, I don't know if they make more, but I heard for sure that they get paid faster.
Through Lyft?
Through Lyft.
Oh.
Yeah, like they get money in their account faster, but maybe they make more too. I don't know. Okay, let's talk a little bit about BlackBerry. Speaking of companies that
What?
man.
we don't
Who
like.
put this on the notes?
I put this on the notes because
Why?
it's their gasping last breath of
the death rattle.
the death rattle.
remember us, right?
Yeah.
We're relevant! We stored your information!
We were the original. Yeah, so they are dying
In
and
Times Square throwing Blackberries at people. Take it! Take it!
This is so they're coming out with a phone. They said they're not going to do any more hardware. Basically, they switched to Android like a few years ago,
Yep.
so they don't have their own software anymore. BlackBerry's just going to basically be a name brand stamped on your phone at this point. It's going to be made by third party people outside of BlackBerry. And
And do you know why this phone will never, ever, ever sell? Because it's a mid-range phone for $550.
Yeah.
Mid-range?
for mid-range,
Mid-range.
yeah,
Where today mid-range phones are going between 100 and 200. now.
Yeah.
it's their final.
So you're pretty much just buying it for the name?
For the keyboard, which
Yeah.
no one really cares about anymore.
Yeah. There's a generation of people that still use them. They'll be around for another couple years.
I don't even know the generation of people that use it because their keyboard was so small that your
it was annoying.
fingers.
It was super annoying.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So BlackBerry has some interesting software stuff that they had for their phone that was exclusive. Like they were one of the first ones, or the first ones that did it well, where it would compress the information from your web page on their servers and then dish it out to your phone, and
No,
you use less
Opera's
data.
been doing that for years.
So the-
Not on mobile.
yeah, they have been.
Well, yeah, but BlackBerry was doing it before Opera was on mobile.
Oh, you mean Clear back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
There's-
saying
there's one reason-
they did some software stuff there, and their sorry, Owen.
No worries.
Their what do you call it? BlackBerry Messenger. That was also really cool at the time.
Well, the only reason that you use BlackBerry is because of how their servers are configured. They use RIM servers, and I can't remember what that stands for. You'll have to go Google the acronym.
Rapid eye movement.
Research in motion.
That was their old company name.
Yeah.
It was RIM.
And the way that information travels has traditionally been more secure than SMTP.
Because it used to be the government only used BlackBerry.
Yes, exactly.
Because it was more secure.
Yeah, because it filtered through their servers only.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they're keeping that, and if that is the value that people still see in that communication protocol in the back end, because the front end obviously is garbage. But,
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So that's
So
something
if-
I don't understand why they don't just go to software. Why don't they pull a Sega, quit trying anything
that,
hardware
that
related?
worked out well for Sega.
They're still around, which is more than BlackBerry's going to be able to say
well,
in 5 years.
BlackBerry switched to Android anyway, so it's like
That's what I'm saying. Why don't they? What they need
just jump over
in
it.
my opinion, they need to just start making apps for their
They
for
do.
an ecosystem.
They do.
Well,
they do
need-
make BBM for like iOS
They
and
need to make
Android.
it better then.
But no one uses it because there's iMessage, which is
Right.
fully encrypted on both sides. So
Yep.
why do you need BBM?
Remember
That's
back
true.
in 2009 through 2010, everybody had a BlackBerry Pearl? Like
Yeah.
everybody
No,
had
that
those
was
phones.
more like 2006, 2007, because that's when I had one.
Yep. They were horrible.
You look so confused.
No,
right
because
now.
I was in Madagascar through 2006 and 2007.
There's a lot of people that still had them in 09 and 10.
Yep.
10.
Aught 10.
Because I was selling them in.
Was it a work
Ver-
phone, Jaron?
No, I bought a
Oh.
personal phone.
I used to sell those when I was a third-party Verizon rep in college.
Wow,
Yeah.
third-party Verizon rep.
That's right. Two Brothers Communication, man. I don't think they're around anymore.
Well,
In Cedar City, represent.
two brothers.
I wish it was those two brothers from Rick and Morty. I love that movie trailer, that fake movie trailer they do.
But yeah, I remember my Pearl. I had I think I started out with just the stick Pearl and then went to the flip Pearl. Remember those
Yeah,
phones?
yeah, the Pro Flip.
But like, I'm always interested when people have like such a huge market share, especially on hardware, because everybody I knew had those Pearl phones for a long time, and then they just lost it. What was their fully touchscreen one that clicked? What was that one called again?
The Storm.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Blackberry
a bad
Storm.
phone.
I only had
Terrible
one
phone.
I sold
friend
a-
who had that phone.
I sold a bunch of those.
I can't
at
believe
least
anyone
three.
bought
It's a
those.
horrible phone. I sold a
at
bunch
least
of those.
three.
At least 3.
The software on that was
It was garbage.
so kludgy.
Yeah, I
Garbage.
was in IT in the full swing of help desk at that time. I had been like working there for 3 or 4 years in IT and help desk, and that's all I did was just fix Blackberries.
Yeah.
And all I did was just take the battery out and put it back in. They'd be like, my Blackberry's not working.
Reset the RAM.
Why you make the big bucks, Owen?
Yep. You know.
So you can afford your levels.
Yep.
Oh,
Powered off
man.
and back on again.
Speaking of phones and software, Pixel and Pixel XL, Google has announced their basically end-of-life updates windows for
What?
those. Yeah.
When are they?
It will be October of next year.
No,
2018?
October 2019.
No. Security up to 2019.
But
OS versions
Okay,
up to
so-
2018.
This is stupid, and it sucks.
It's 2 years.
Yeah, but Apple supports their phone for like 4 or 5 years.
That's true. They keep it going so they can make it slower each software generation.
Well, at least give the consumer a choice.
to get you to buy a new Apple.
You don't have to update your phone.
I'm going to be going
I beg
for,
to differ on that.
I'm going to be going for a Pixel 2
Why?
coming out. Is that coming out this October?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
2 years? It should
hasn't
be
been
at
any
least
rumor.
3 years because people can buy the phone
I'm gonna-
easily within.
I'm going to say I agree with 3 years.
Yes.
Because phone technology, hardware has got to the point now where as long as your battery doesn't break, the phones are powerful enough, a high-end phone, that it should be able to last you 3 years.
Except for my Nexus 6P, which just got pulled into the class action lawsuit.
So
again.
what's that for exactly?
So
I mean, you can
I
find a
bought
class
the-
action lawsuit for anything
yeah,
these days.
yeah, and they're trying to get one started for the Nexus. There's already one going against LG for a whole bunch of other phones, including the 5X they did and all that. But the Nexus, the Huawei phone, has been
Is it battery related?
it's battery related, and then the main call for the lawsuit is for the boot loop.
Oh,
It'll go into a boot loop and then
Is
it's
that
toast.
similar to a Fruit Loop?
I love Fruit Loops.
in the fact that they're horrible.
What?
Sorry.
Oh,
What?
man.
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
They're not
Reject.
good. They're not good.
Oh,
You
I'm sorry. What's
you don't
a,
like
what's
Fruit
a good
Loops?
cereal
No,
to
no,
you?
I mean,
let me guess.
I can't,
Apple Jacks,
can't eat
right?
them, but
Bran flakes.
Oh, Owen.
he needs to be regular.
You're so boring.
Oh.
And Tony, I call bullcrap on that not working after a few years. My wife has an iPhone 5S, great latest operating system on it. It works beautifully.
The newer
So-
operating
then Tim
systems don't
Cook-
slow it down. I would think the size and
Now I
performance slow it way down.
I do
It's
agree that
definitely
previous
slower.
years they have had issues with that, but on the iPhone 5S, it works really well.
Apparently,
still.
Tim Cook does not know about that iPhone 5S then.
Yeah.
Then he wouldn't have gone to his master switchboard that's in Apple headquarters and been like,
And
let's
push
just turn this off.
Let's see. 5S. Push the suck button.
Yeah.
There we go. Send out the update.
Because
that phone's
now.
been out for 4 years now, so
what's the thing? is
Bam.
I have an
Oh,
iPhone.
okay. I thought you were just going to end it after so.
I have an iPhone
Now,
6
bam.
that I've kept in an OtterBox case for the last 2.5 years, right? And as of like 2 months ago, it just started cascading downwards. I talked to Tony about this
because you said your
My
hardware was
Blu-
failing.
That's what he's
Yeah,
talking
the hard.
about.
Yeah. So like the Bluetooth went out. My Maps doesn't work at all anymore. Like it can't
Factory
track
wipe?
my GPS. What?
You did a factory wipe? You tried that?
It sounds like a hardware problem.
No, I
Oh.
have not done that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it
should
sounds
try
definitely like a hardware problem.
that. Yeah.
I think it's hardware.
I think
I mean, you
so.
can
sounds
try,
like you got some malware.
you could no.
I don't know. I go
You
to.
could try factory reset, but I'd be surprised if it worked.
I
But-
really hope that
but
it will
that's-
work.
That's usually how stuff like that works. Is when you have everything built onto one board. Once something fails, it usually
Well, and
begins
see,
to
I
cascade
kind of
downward,
have-
and other pieces on that same board will
I kind
fail.
of half blame you for my
Oh,
phone
you think,
failing.
You think I cursed it?
Yeah, I think it's it's like you're not sick until somebody says, "Hey, you're sounding kind of sick, buddy. Are you sick?" And then the next day you're sick.
I've
Like,
never had that.
My phone was working just fine other than the Bluetooth and the maps until you said something, and then now it's not working very well. And I'm just
Well,
holding out for the new iPhone, pretty much.
You're going to be waiting for another 6 months.
That's
yeah,
fine. If I
rumors
can-
are
if I
it's
can
going to be
hold on to
way
it.
delayed.
If I can hold off, that's totally fine.
Does the new iPhone come with a headphone jack? Have they released that?
Oh,
Dude, they're not going to have a headphone jack.
Yeah,
they
they're
better
not
put one
dialing
back
back.
on
You're
there.
definitely going to owe me $50, James, because that's what you bet
I
that
don't
they would
remember.
get a headphone jack.
I don't remember making that bet.
We can go back.
remember
It's
that.
on- It's on the show.
If they did, I'd be so happy.
There's no way that they will go back after pushing the Lightning port headphones and everything like that.
And their arrogance with the whole courageous.
yeah,
like,
and the arrogance.
We have to talk about this every episode.
Yeah,
No, it's been at least 4 episodes that we've talked about
yeah,
this.
and we need to.
Maybe 2.
Ugh,
episodes.
what's
I
next?
need to.
Let's talk about something else.
Vizio TVs.
Yeah, let's talk about Vizio TVs.
Yeah. So this was kind of a surprise. Vizio announced some new TVs for their P series, their M series, and I think their E or D series. They have so many different series.
I only saw P and M,
There was another one
but
too.
maybe I'm wrong.
Those are the important ones because those are the good ones. So interesting on the P series, it's actually the same TV.
The exact same as the 016 model?
It's exact
I mean,
same as the previous year model.
16?
16.
Ought.
Except this time they're not including the tablet remote. They're
Meh.
just giving you a normal remote.
Are they dropping the price?
They
because
are
of that?
not dropping the price.
What?
But it is a great TV, and everyone that has the 16 models are getting a bunch of software updates to make it the 17 model, to increase contrast, to put an on-screen menu, and they're making it more smart TV-like, so you no longer just use Google Cast. It's not entirely true. It's still Google Cast. You can still Google Cast, but the interface on it is a kind of a front end for Google Cast.
Do you need a Chromecast if you have like the P series? Does it all do the same thing?
Not anymore. So it still uses Google Cast, but you select the app and it Google Casts to itself. So it has an interface. You select what show you want, and it'll start Google Cast on its own and bring up the show.
So it's going to operate like Google TV?
No, it's not Android TV.
Or
It's,
Android TV, I
it's Google Cast with their own front end on top of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But the more interesting TV that they announced was the M series. That's their cheaper TV, which is also still really good. But they increased the brightness on that to 600 nits, so that's a huge step up. On some of the TVs, they brought it from 64 local dimming zones to 32, which isn't the best, but they've made major improvements everywhere else. So the M series is looking pretty good. But what Tony might be doing, and what I suggest you guys do out there in the audience, try to find a 2016 P series on the cheap while you
'Cause
can.
A couple of places are selling those for significant discounts right
Yeah.
now.
Just because they.
I mean, we're talking like 40% off.
Yeah, so Costco, they have it for $1,400 right now.
Normally it's $2,000 for the 65
Yeah.
inch.
Yeah, right.
And since this year's model is going to be exactly the same, you'll get all the updates to make it exactly like this year's model, plus you'll get a free tablet with it.
Yep.
Hey, cool. I need to get that. That's on my list this year.
Yep.
Oh, can we talk about the new Google Earth?
Yep.
All right, so if you guys don't know, they've I don't know if they completely discontinued the app Google Earth, but now it's just in your web browser, just Google Earth.
That's all I've ever used it in.
And they've made it pretty
wait.
much 100% 3D.
I'm thinking of maps. Never mind.
So just go to just go to googleearth.com. And then I would suggest Googling your address and then hit the 3D button and then or shift and
So GoogleEarth.com does not exist.
No, it's Google. Wait.
You sure it's not google.com/earth or /earth?
Oh yeah, you're right. Google.com
/Earth.
So go ahead and launch that, and then once it launches, type in your address, hold Shift, and then it slants the camera, and it turns everything into 3D now.
I really
It's
like that.
crazy.
That loading screen is
Yeah, it
gorgeous.
Takes a while to load there.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do?
Yep.
What are you doing?
Springville. I'm gonna type in my address so you guys can check this out. Ba-ba-ba-ba. So there we are.
It doesn't know
Yeah.
what my address is.
Hey, it looks
That's because you don't exist
and
in
then
your
check
house.
that out.
It looks like
How sweet is that?
Google Earth did before.
Makes it all 3D.
Oh yeah, that's a much better render
Well, it's not
than
the.
like the Street View.
It's
before.
not the best.
No, I'm serious. It looks way better.
But like what I'm saying is, and what I wanted to talk with you guys about is like how cool would it be if they made a video game? I know that Google's made video games out of this, like they make Pac-Man and stuff, but like for virtual reality.
I've thought about that in the past.
I mean, this makes Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
like a whole different thing.
If you
Like you
could-
can do it in your own neighborhood.
Basically, if you could, you'd want to use something like a DJI 4 with a 4K
Yeah, I can see that.
camera or whatever, and just fly over the whole area, multiple passes, and then render it in 3D and add characters to it. That would be awesome.
Well, and I think that it's only a matter of time because right now they are using the Google driving cars and stuff to like do the street view.
Sure.
But I think it's 100% what you're saying. After a little while, they're going to have drones like mapping out those areas. Yeah. And then boom.
At some point, though, you'd have to get, I would think, well, maybe not, because you don't have to get permission to use.
No, it's all public.
Because it's all public. As long as they don't go onto your property, if it stays above the road, then you're totally.
The other thing too that I've seen is at the end of the days with Google drivers, they have to go through and blur out any license plates
And faces.
So that is definitely going to be a temp's job for Google to have to go through and blur out all the faces and
You
stuff.
have 4 billion plates to blur. Get on it.
This should keep you busy for the next 4 months
But
until your internship's over.
If you're at work listening to this, yeah, just Google search the new Google Earth and go check it out. Type in your address. It's crazy how accurate it is. I mean, it hasn't updated because as of right now, like I have a fence around my house and stuff.
Same
but-
It's not. It can't even find my address.
Well, it's
What are you talking about?
It's
not
because
accurate.
your place is brand new.
Apple Maps knows where my address is.
That is a phenomenon that it knows anything.
That's weird.
You know,
That's
Apple
really weird.
Apple told me to get out and walk to my destination when I came to your house the other day.
It did?
Park your car and prepare to walk to your destination.
Well, first,
It actually updated right after that.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
Like 2 days after that, it's like, oh, Apple Maps finally updated. We were like,
park here, walk through this person's
Yeah.
yard. You'll be in their backyard.
we
I feel
get that
really
often.
bad about that.
we get oftentimes Siri will be telling us to park our car and prepare to walk
My
to our
gosh.
destination. I hate Siri.
Awesome.
Maps. I hate Apple Maps.
Okay, I want to hit on this real quick because it's a fast story that looks pretty cool. The new Call of Duty was confirmed for this year, and it is going back to its World War II roots.
Can I ask you a question about that?
And it looks pretty cool. I watched the video. Let me say that the graphics look really good, and
if
You
those
mean-
are
you
the
mean the
graphics,
in-
it says in the video at the bottom, in-engine footage.
Yeah, in-game cutscenes.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
So they always ramp up the cutscenes. They use the same engine, but they ramp up the engine further than what most consoles can actually do. But with Scorpio and PS4 Pro, they might be able to ramp it up further still.
My question is,
Yeah,
do you
what's your
think they had
question?
World War II planned before Battlefield 1 came out? Or do you
They
think that this
had
is
to
a
have.
knee-jerk reaction?
It's a 3-year cycle
yeah.
to develop a Call of Duty game. It used to be 2 years, but now it's 3 years.
Oh.
They have 3 separate teams
Well, the last
that
one
take turns.
on their YouTube, what was it? Their YouTube trailer for this last Call of Duty game, it got like 2 million thumbs downs.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah. So, like, I agree that it's on the 3-year cycle. I can see that, but I could also see it being like, okay, we're not going to do space. Battlefield 1 did really well.
No, there's no way
No.
they were able. They could pull this together that quickly.
Yeah.
It's made by the same people that made Advanced Warfare, which was a great game. So that came out quite a while ago.
Sledgehammer
Yep.
is the development team. So that looks pretty cool.
Whatever.
But as I always say, just keep an eye on it. Don't pre-order. Wait for reviews and then check it out.
Call of Duty should just be Call of Duty : you're going to buy this.
I was able to skip this last generation.
Oh, yeah, I
This
didn't play
last
that
year.
either.
I didn't
Yeah.
buy Infinite Warfare. It's the first Call of Duty game I have not purchased in 7 years.
Wow.
I started.
Was that because of the reviews?
It
you
was
just-
because I just got tired of them. I started with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Which is pretty much where everybody started,
Yeah,
I feel
that was
like.
when it really exploded.
I really like 2.
And
I heard 2 was a good one.
Yeah, 2.
they are good. But I've never been into the old school like
That's
World
a-
War II settings,
I was
World
going to
War I
ask.
setting.
I was
I'm
going to
not-
ask you. You kind of hesitated on Battlefield, right?
Yep.
because of that.
I love that game, by the way. That game's good.
I ended up getting Battlefield, and I don't regret that. I don't play the multiplayer. I couldn't give two craps about the multiplayer on it, but the single player campaign in that one, the 5 different stories it tells, really good.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, I think I did skip World at War. I skipped World at War because it was World War II again, because that one came out after Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But after that, I've purchased every Call of Duty except for this one.
See, I'm down to just the Black Ops. I'll get all the Black Ops when they come out, but like other than that, I'm all set.
Do you think they're going to do a Black Ops 4?
Oh, absolutely. Black Ops 3 sold really well. There's no way they're not going to do a Black Ops 4.
Yeah, but what setting are they going to put it in?
The next one.
What was great about Black Ops 3? 4-player split screen multiplayer.
That was good.
It was awesome.
And I wish, and hopefully developers are going to go back to that, because
I hope so.
Couch co-op, man. Couch split
It's
screen.
so much more fun
It's
than
fun.
playing online.
How many of you guys have played Rocket League? Just
Me?
wondering at this. Have you played it?
Oh, yeah.
played it.
Do you love it?
Yeah, I love Rocket League.
What about you? Do you like it?
I've played at least 5-7 hours of it.
It
was good.
I bought it, but I haven't played it.
Okay. They need to put that on the Switch. That is a Switch game. And so as of right now, the developer has said, we'll consider it.
Yeah.
Why don't they do that? It's already on every other
They
system.
totally could. It's not that demanding.
No.
Well,
It's really not.
It looks good, but there's no way it's that demanding.
When's the last time you played it on PS4?
A couple weeks ago,
PS4 or PS4 Pro?
PS4 Pro.
So on PS4, I don't know if they've updated it, but I remember when I'd play that on PS4, nothing ramped up that fan and made that console hotter than what game are we talking about? Rocket League.
You just pulled a me. Your
I just
eyes
remember-
just glassed
'cause
over. What
I-
are we talking about?
Yeah. Because I used to play with it right here on my desk. I'd have my PS4 hooked up to my monitor, and I'd play it on there. And that thing, I'd play Last of Us. I'd play the other games on PS4. But when I'd start Rocket League up, that fan would go into like ultra high. It made that system run really hot.
Sounds like they need to optimize it better.
Here's what I want to do.
Definitely.
I want to start a Gadget Spot group on Xbox One, and then have like a normal night that we all get together and play a game, whether it's Battlefield 1, Titanfall, Rocket League. I would love to do that. How do you guys feel about that? Huh? Anybody? Huh?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right,
Seal it with a
I
high
sneezed on
five.
that hand.
Yeah.
That's 3 high fives.
All right, Wednesday nights it is sometime. I'll post it on our Facebook page, TBD.
Okay, let's see. Also, I wanted to talk about...
The freaking... Wait. Can we go... Okay,
No,
wait.
hang
Are we
on.
still doing
Let's-
BS at the end of this?
the BS?
Yeah.
I
'Cause
don't
I
think
got a
don't
little
think we
bit
have
of
a
BS. I have a couple of questions pertaining.
I got
to
one
batteries.
more story.
We had a
on-
BS last week. We never got to.
I got one more story on video games, and then we can do some battery stuff. What's his face? Phil Spencer of Microsoft Xbox.
Sean Spencer's older brother.
I don't know about that, but he's come out in an interview recently and said he thinks that the big long form storytelling games are on the way out.
Oh, really?
On the way
How
out.
many
Boo.
Zelda Breath of the Wild games sold?
Yeah,
Again?
so he
Remind me?
basically says Zelda and Horizon Zero Dawn are outliers, and
Come on.
And every Uncharted game and Last
Wait,
of Us. and,
who's this guy again?
and all the Halo games.
yeah, I don't
Halo.
understand where
Well,
he's going with this.
I wouldn't say this last Halo game. This last one was kind of...
This last
I
Halo
liked it.
game. This last Halo game was more like a cinematic trailer. Like,
that's a good way of describing it. It was
yeah.
an experience
Yeah.
more than a game.
I mean,
And it was
they cut
also-
it off like a teaser at the end, just like, man, to be continued.
not to mention half the time you didn't play as Master Chief.
Yeah,
that was
too.
my main
And
gripe.
there's a lot of people that bothered. For some reason, they got away with it in Halo 3
Yeah.
when you played as the Arbiter.
but
But-
Halo 2?
Was it Halo 2 as the Arbiter?
No. Are you
That's
talking
the one
about?
I'm playing, and I'm playing as Arbiter.
Arbiter's in Halo 2. You're right.
Yeah.
And so for some reason that was okay, but now we play as a different Spartan, and people are like,
There can't be more. Well, that's because Halo, the whole Halo thing was he was the only one. He was the last
That's
one
true.
left. And now all of a sudden they've redone the program and there's this whole new.
But if you've read the books, which I don't think that they're canon to the game,
There's Halo books.
They're
Are
actually,
you serious,
they're
There's a-
they're pretty good,
there's
actually.
a bunch of them. There's
Yeah.
like 8.
They're actually pretty good, yeah.
dude? I can't tell if you're being real right now.
I am being real.
They're so
surprised-
good. Some of them.
I'm really
Some
surprised
of 'em.
this surprises you, Jaron, because there's 100,000 Star Wars books.
And there's a ton of
Star
Magic the
Wars is
Gathering
so
books.
great.
Which, by the
Yeah,
way,
there's books based off a card game, Magic the Gathering.
I'm
There
trying
are?
to
yeah.
Not like fanfic stuff, but real books.
No, real
No, no, no.
published books.
by authors who sit down and write them.
Yeah.
I don't believe
They're
it.
not
Who-
great.
They get
Good,
paid
not
for
great.
it.
Not great.
Which, by the way, I'm trying to listen to the new Star Wars books
Did you
on
go
the Plex
those,
server.
the Aftermath?
I am having such a hard time getting through that book.
It's not
Shut
great.
your mouth.
I read probably a quarter of it because I own the book.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't.
I'll
It's
tell
not-
you.
That's everybody
It
I've
doesn't-
talked to that has tried to listen/read that book has been like, "Did you do it?" I'm like, "I have not."
Hey, the Plex server, doesn't it hold my place in the book? Or is it like
let
a
me
song?
let me tell you, I'm having a lot of trouble getting through
Don't
Dark
say
Tower
the-
3,
Wait, which
The
book?
Wasteland. But it's not because the book isn't good.
Because
it's
the
because Plex app has
They
taken a
st-
dump.
The last update for the Plex app on Android,
It's even worse?
It messed up the scrubbing, so you
So-
can't scrub through the track. You can't do
They-
30
Oh,
they-
it doesn't hold on to the audio book placement?
No,
No,
not unless you leave the app open. Then
Yeah.
it will. But-
They did fix the battery stuff a little bit. It doesn't suck battery as much as it used to, but now if you close the app and lose your spot,
It's toast.
You can't scrub up
I sent- yep.
through
Which
forwards or backwards.
That's the whole reason why I convert all of my books to M4Bs, because if it doesn't hold my place, I don't know where
Yeah.
I am.
yeah.
Well, normally on books I like, so that Star Wars one didn't make the cut. I chapterize them.
I like how you had to throw that in there.
I-
I
Neither.
don't know
Well,
ones
the
I
Dark
like.
Tower, the Dark Tower ones were good too, but they also didn't make the cut because it's a lot of work. A lot of
Did
times.
you finish those, by the way?
Yeah, they were. It
did
was.
you go all
How
through
did you
7?
like the ending?
I was pissed off at the ending.
Yeah, right.
Don't you feel like a new person
So
coming
here-
out the
wait,
other side?
wait. So no spoilers. First of all,
All right.
for because I guess that book series
been
is
out for a while, but-
it's really old.
But
Okay,
there might be
spoiler
some people.
alert.
There might be some people.
What did you stop where the author told you to stop?
No.
Or did you go?
I went-
You finished.
Why
it off?
would you ever stop right there?
Because we
After
told
in
you
a-
to.
in an
Yeah, but after
audiobook,
putting-
in an audiobook, I was listening. I was like, "Oh, that's the end." Here's the thing: I know there's 9 books in that series. Did you know?
7.
yeah, well, they added a
No.
couple more.
9.
Nine?
There's 9.
Yeah. But
and I was like,
but it's not at the end. It takes place
exactly.
in a couple of other.
I was at book 7. I'm like, man, he is wrapping up the story. This is gonna. I wonder where he's gonna go from here. And then the book ended, and I was like, WTF?
Oh,
And
that's a
I-
Stephen King classic.
Well,
by the
so
way,
I
He's
went-
amazing at the story, but he sucks at
Yeah.
his endings are pretty rough sometimes.
But then I went and researched and found out those 2 books were prequels earlier in the story, and I was like, I hate prequels.
I don't know.
I
if
won't read them. I'm not doing it.
Here's the
Who
thing.
are they about? Who are
I
the
don't
main
know.
characters?
I didn't even
It's-
look that far.
It's
I
still.
got too-
I think it's still the same characters, but it takes place in between like book 2 and
Yeah.
3, and in between some other world.
Yeah. Anyway, it was. But yeah, I somebody on my Facebook feed was like, "Oh, what's your book you're reading right now?" And and I was like, "Oh, I'm a like what character are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm a gunslinger on the way to the top of the Dark Tower." And one person replied to that and just replied. I don't even know this person. He replied and said, "Yeah, it's not what you think."
Get ready for that wheel of time to come back around, buddy. Ka is like a circle,
Yeah,
Cause like a wheel.
a wheel.
that's funny. I thought you were referencing the Wheel of Time book.
I'm still here.
So.
Oh, hey, Jaron, do you
anyway.
know how to read?
Not Dark Tower, no.
Yeah.
It's a good book series. I actually liked the ending.
Yeah,
because he
Oh,
is the
I didn't
pillar
want
that
it to-
holds everything up.
Have you guys keep talking about it?
Oh, is that what your point was? Trying to get us
Yeah.
to change
Well-
the subject.
Oh wow! Okay.
To be fair, we were on the Plex app,
That's
which
true.
is a
Hopefully they fix that soon. If you spit your Mountain Dew all over the table,
yeah.
I'm gonna make you lick
it
it up.
looked like you were going to throw up right there.
But yeah,
almost did.
they don't. I text myself my time and my place.
Okay, we got to
Oh,
start
that's a
wrapping
good
up. We
idea.
got
That's
we
a
got
good-
somewhere to be at 7, and we got something to do
Indeed.
after we get done recording.
Let's talk about a camera.
Oh yeah, I want to hear about that. Did you put that on there? My favorite camera, or
Yes.
His dream.
his
camera.
dream camera.
Dream.
So Sony announced a new mirrorless camera. It's the A9. It's a full-frame mirrorless camera, and it is a beauty.
A beaut.
$4,500 though.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wait,
Yeah.
what's it called? What? Who?
Sony A9.
A9 is the A10.
Oh,
for ass,
that's the one that's going to be competing against the new
as in it takes it out of.
Panasonic GH5. But if you're going to get one of the two, I've been reading reviews, and I personally own.
Panasonic, that one isn't full frame. This is like competing against Nikon and Canon. They're really, really expensive cameras. Anyway, the Sony A9, so full frame camera. It is extremely fast. It has really, really fast
Everything.
autofocus, 693 autofocus points. and it shoots 20 frames per second up to 362 JPEGs.
That's a lot and fast.
Yeah, so 20 frames at full resolution.
Dang.
And since it's mirrorless, when you're doing continuous shooting, the shutter doesn't go down. So it's just like you're taking a video, but you're taking full-on pictures.
That's pretty crazy.
The picture quality is just amazing.
Was this the one you got to play with at CES?
No, this is a brand new one.
Oh.
Yes. They increased the battery life 2.2 times the capacity of their previous ones. And their OLED viewfinder, they've upgraded that, made it a lot brighter. It goes up to 120 frames per second now, so it's more real life than what it was previously.
Neat.
Oh, man, it's a good camera. And it shoots 4K, of course, but it does super sampling, so it'll shoot at a higher resolution and then downsample to 4K.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks even better.
I love super sampling.
I am going to do a review next time. And not even a review. I'm going to do a comparison because everything that I'm seeing right now is comparing it to the GH4, which it beats out the GH4.
But I would think so. It's 3 times the price.
But they came out with the GH5, which is half this price. And if I'm not mistaken, because I've been reading reviews, because I was going to get the Sony A9, but instead we got the GH5.
A9 just barely... It's not even out yet.
What am I looking at?
Dude, the GH4
I think it's the new one.
Isn't
Hold
a
on.
full-frame camera.
No, I'm not talking about the GH4. I'm talking about the GH5. Just came out.
I'll bet that one's not full frame either. That's what Jaron's thinking.
Anywho,
Whose Google Foo is faster?
I'm gonna
Google Foo.
do a little bit of research and figure it out.
Okay. Okay, I think there's only one other thing that let's talk about batteries, and then one other thing, because I love talking about my...
Oh, it has a 4/3 sensor. My bad.
my
The
so-
A9 has a full frame.
Yeah, full frame is like 5 times at least bigger than a micro 4/3
5
sensor.
times, James.
At least. No, it's probably
Yeah,
even more than
but
that.
realistically speaking, what are you going to be doing?
Take pictures of his new baby.
Yeah, you're going to be taking pictures.
No,
of
I'm
your-
not doing it.
Well,
I'm not going to pay $4,500
I'm
for
just
a
saying,
camera.
for the price.
This is for professionals
For the
taking
price.
pictures of like sports events where they need to get like super fast shutter speeds and.
Oh, so Jaron has no plans to buy one.
Dude, you need
Oh,
this.
but it's the camera of my dreams.
You need this for ladder videos, James. Ladder videos
Yeah,
and pictures. You need that. People
You
falling,
need-
that's an action shot.
All of those frames for the ladder frames. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about batteries, and then we got to talk a little bit about my hero, Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
So batteries, James, you had a battery question. It looks like on here.
Yep.
Okay, what
Oh,
is?
Why is it that we're hearing more often now that batteries are blowing up? Just barely, they had a Fitbit
This
Flex
the
2
story
that
is fake, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Okay.
Fake news.
Never mind. I'm glad that you researched that. But like, why are batteries exploding now versus we're hearing about it more often now, especially
They've
with like the
always
Samsung?
exploded. It's just been more in the spotlight because of
Well,
Samsung.
And
Yeah.
I think it's because of the rush to get things to market. They just throw
Yeah.
it together. Engineering-wise, the battery is always... I mean, besides size, they're using the same technology that they always have, and so they just throw it together.
I
So
think, I think, and to go along with that, our memory as a consumer is short. I'll be honest, a lot of the times, because if you think back from the last 10, 12 years, there's been Samsung-like battery issues with other companies. Every couple of years, one will pop up. Do you remember the one with the Dell laptops?
Oh, yeah.
Dell
I
laptops
remember the
were
Dell guy
exploding.
smoking weed.
That's different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Super Dell.
Super Dell.
That's also different. That's 2 difference. And I want to say there was.
Did you used to work for the company
No.
that he founded?
He did
Totally
not,
awesome?
No.
Oh,
The
PC
company I
laptops,
worked
okay.
for bought his company. It basically
PC
merged his
laptops?
company into theirs.
You worked there?
Yeah, man, I was a repairman for 18 months.
Wow.
You know it.
That's sad.
Or a year and a half.
That place is
That was
horrible.
mean.
Sorry. The job is sad, not Tony.
Oh, okay.
I think I feel better.
Yeah.
What are
If
these
I put it-
emotions that
well,
I'm
if-
feeling?
I don't know.
I would send you a smiley emoticon to make it okay, but we can't really do that over the air.
Smiley emoticon.
Smile
That
at
means
him,
It's okay.
but don't show your teeth because that's threatening.
So anyway, yeah, batteries blowing up hasn't been.
It's not a new thing.
It's not a new thing. But another thing why you might see it more now is we have many, many more devices that use batteries than we used to.
So
So-
many.
that put in our pants
and
blow
the consumers are more conscious now. I mean, consumer reviews. even 6 years ago, I probably wouldn't have gone and consumer reviewed something as heavily as I do now.
That's true.
You know, and because more people are reporting it. Back then, Dell did a lot to keep that quiet.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you know, nowadays you can't. You can go to some consumer review or the Better Business Bureau and report it, and then it gets leaked. Or YouTube videos out there, like there's tons of stuff out there now. So
way more outlets for people to expose stuff
straight to consumer outlets.
Yep.
It's not filtered through the company. So
All right.
That's why you're seeing that. All right. Did you put this story about Elon Musk?
Oh,
Owen?
yeah, I did. That guy's kind of my hero, too.
Right?
Because he's crazy as all get out, but the guy just has big ideas.
Not only does he have big ideas, he's smart enough to know how to make them come to pass,
Yeah.
you know, make them bear fruit.
And he's dating Amber Heard.
That also.
And I'm Googling.
And he was bald and now is not.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Tony showed me that
Oh,
picture,
man.
and it is astounding.
Oh, man. I wish I was Elon Musk.
If that's the only invention he ever
He
figured
is
out.
dating her.
buddy.
Wow.
She's gorgeous.
Story.
Yeah, but
over.
have you seen Elon lately? Like, he is a good-looking guy. He is a guy that has not aged since, like, the early 90s.
Yeah,
He,
billions of dollars will help with
He
that.
reached, like, 29, and then
you
he
kidding
will
me?
perpetually be
He
29.
aged backwards.
Yeah, okay, you win. Okay, we get it. You're smart and cool.
He's not even like...
Does that make you feel good? Make
He
you feel like a
hasn't-
big man?
He hasn't stopped aging. He aged backwards when he grew
Okay,
all
I
his
get it.
hair
I get it.
back.
You win. Yeah.
So, you know, he's got the Hyperloop that he didn't found, but he put out there and was like, everybody should do this. And
I wonder if that was actually his idea or if he took it from like one of his workers.
Who knows?
What if, like, years from now we find out that he's like the Thomas Edison, like shoveling all like the Nikola Teslas
Well,
into
yeah.
the
You know what?
into the well in
Into
his
a-
basement,
into a blender?
making them put their
Yeah.
lotion on their skin and stuff.
It puts the lotion on.
I don't know what I would do with myself if that came to light.
Yeah.
I'd been living a lie this entire time.
Well,
Christopher Columbus got syphilis from the sheep.
What?
You never heard that? That's why. That's how Christopher Columbus died.
We're gonna gloss over that.
He had relations
Let's-
with the sheep.
Okay, let's go to Elon Musk again.
so
Is that
he-
your Bill Cosby impression?
Oh, zibbity-doo-dah.
Oh God!
Puts the pill in the drink and puts the drink in the lady. I put my.
All right.
Oh my gosh!
Elon Musk.
No recovering from that.
We got to wrap this up so fast. We got less than like 45 minutes.
You brought this to a screeching halt.
Sorry.
So you know, he's got all those companies. He's got SpaceX, right? He's got the Hyperloop that he's
Yeah.
behind. But now this new one's
But
called
he has no Hyperloop company.
No.
right? Yeah, no,
He-
he's
he-
not.
he-
He's just really supportive of it.
Proposed the idea and is supporting
He's got this.
it.
He's got the Tesla cars. He's got the solar shingles, which are going to be going into production next year, which really pisses me off because I just got a new roof and solar
Hey,
panels.
me too. Except for the solar panel.
Early
part.
adopter, man.
And so the new one is called the Boring Company, and I was
Yes,
like,
I
and I
love-
was like, is this a play on? It is a play on words.
I really want one of the hats.
Yeah,
That
so-
says the boring.
So it's the Boring Company. So a few months back, he tweeted out how ticked off he was at traffic. He was obviously stuck in traffic, and he was like, you know what? I'm a brilliant billionaire. I'm going to freaking fix this. So he came up with the Boring Company, wherein his idea is that it's not boring as in the typical sense, but as in boring a hole.
Yes.
And he's going to be making underground tunnels, wherein your car will drive onto a sled. You know, your dumb car. In fact, I hope that one day I get to take my 1999 Nissan Altima onto one of these sleds, and it turns your car into a smart car because it lowers on it. You drive onto a sled that descends down to his bored hole, and then you drive around.
It's gonna
No. It's like a subway for cars. You don't
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
drive
No.
in the tunnels.
No, you don't.
The sled.
The sled is
takes
the
you
wheels.
along.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it's going to take one idiot person to not put on their parking brake or something, and then it's going to
Roll
slide
off. Can you
off,
imagine
and
that?
then
Oh.
and then
It's
you
like
got to
that
hit
movie,
accept
iRobot.
every time you
Yeah.
want to get into your car, and you see the screen, and then you don't have access to your backup cam. It's stupid.
But the infrastructure it would take to
Oh,
create
We're
that.
talking,
No
we're
way.
talking decades.
Absurd.
Decades.
How deep would he have to go to get under current infrastructure that's already there? Because
At
cities
least
are built.
25 feet.
Cities are built on top of cities are built on top of cities. If you're
Yeah.
ever watching that
Futurama.
show- Anyway,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Futurama.
Oh, I got a reference.
Anyway,
Or just look at any documentaries on Chicago.
yeah, Have you ever seen that? Like some of the stuff that's below the city, like
crazy.
hundreds of
Yes,
feet still.
Seattle as well. But I
Anyway.
showed the video to my wife. She's like, "That's not possible."
It's not going to happen. It's one of those things where I'm like, the guy's crazy, but he's like, well, yeah.
He's the kind of crazy we need.
and he's like, I'll put some money into it, even if it sounds crazy, because then why not?
How many people thought that he was crazy with the Tesla cars and the charging stations across the nation
And re-landing rockets that have gone to
yeah,
space.
reusing
You know?
rocket modules.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the guy's pretty amazing.
I think most people just go, well, it can't be done. And he goes, well, have you tried? Well, no. Just,
Exactly.
No.
He's the guy that says, well, why don't we try?
Yeah.
I mean, I got some money. Let's use some of my
well,
money.
the computer models say it won't work. Well, what actually happens?
I feel like he just has a handbag full of money and just like, problem?
You're just impressed he's dating Amber Heard.
That's part of it. No doubt.
She's pretty. She's a pretty lady. She's pretty looking.
Okay. That's I think that about wraps it up for us.
Does anybody want to talk about what we're doing for this month's Patreon video?
What are we doing?
Is that for Patreon? Or
Yeah, it's
I thought
gonna be
we were
Patreon.
going to put that
I
out
thought,
for
I
everyone.
thought that was for everyone.
We decided that was for everyone.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
All right. So
Wow.
that's the end of this episode. I'm going to start keeping tally of how many times James brings the episodes to a screeching halt. So far, we're at
Twice?
9. Oh,
9.
2. I meant.
Oh yeah, for this
Just
episode.
at the end. Just the twice.
That's it. We're done. Take us
Wait,
out.
are we not doing the Thrifty 50 either?
Wait.
What?
That's
Time
going to
is
be
it?
has
that's
to
going to be
review
an
it.
yeah.
I haven't even opened the box yet.
We
Oh,
didn't-
okay,
we
never
can't-
mind. Sorry.
expect-
Whoa.
I can
Wait,
review
wait,
the
wait.
box.
Hang
You
on.
can expect an unboxing video from Jaron pretty quick here.
There's 3, James.
So
Okay, here we go.
Nope.
Oh,
yeah, you got to do an unboxing video.
I just realized that we didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's it. We're done. No more.
I did not bring it to a screeching halt that time. I tried to pick it back up.
We hope you care.